good day, Tamers, your friendly neighborhood European market watcher here, asking you to please keep an eye on the price of cards. As we are well aware, BT11 has the same issue that BT7 had. It was packed full of things that made it annoying. Having the additional foil commons and uncommons, fantastic idea. Bring it back, Bandai. We actually like that. But don't take up a rare slot. Also, don't put in a different set of campaign alternate arts that then also take up a rare slot. And then having alternate arts then take up the other slots, as well as the SRs. So when you're making a set where essentially half of your rare slots are taken up by alternative cards, it does make some of the rares very hard to get hold of. For instance, people are super looking forward to EX3. No, I'm joking. EX6. Angels and Demons. We have access to the lovely Angewomon just here. But she's super low on the market right now. It's currently 21 available. Average price is now going for around the 7 mark. She has essentially jumped out of her skin. If we actually have a look at people selling here for, we got one excellent condition for 5. And then you are looking then at around the 6, and then going up into 8. And then at 13. Now, this isn't just for Angewomon herself. This also goes for the alternate art. I have noticed this has been creeping up slowly over time. One, because it's a nice artwork. It does show off both the Tamer and Angewomon herself. They actually did a really good job of both the alternates in this set, except this one's worth money and the other one's not really worth money. It's still worth a little bit of money. But she does have the issue of being like super awesome, not going to be reprinted for a long time. And she is just, constantly going up, 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 and up. Waifu tax, double waifu tax, and also a good card. But yeah, you're looking at sort of these prices around like the 30 to 36 mark here. Shout out to Griffin's Gaming. And then you just jump up to 50. Can't buy from these two either way. But yeah, so if you are a person that wants to grab your stuff now, you kind of have to play the gambling game of, is EX6 going to be good? It should be. Angels is pretty good right now. There's lots of good support for Angels. Demons is Demon Lord stuff with Impmon from the old sets is still pretty decent, to be fair. If you want to invest into it, I'd do it sooner than later. But at the same time, don't throw money where you can't. And you can live without having the alternate art. But if you do need to have some of the base ones, see if you can get some trades going with your locals. See if they're willing to trade for stuff they might need from newer sets if you can. Maybe some SRs, maybe some like Lugas for some of these. Because, hey, if you're paying £6 for the regular art, you're paying less than that for a Luga, if you do some trades, do trading up. But, yeah, so having this when Digimon effect, you may search your spirit attack for an Angel, Archangel, and Fallen Angel in its trait to feel it, and then shuffle your hand, add to your hand, and then add recovery to the deck, and then shuffle your security deck. And then your turn must return when you play a Lady Devimon or a Mirai, you can gain more memory. You obviously won't probably be doing the secondary effect here, unless you are playing it in the Masty deck, which we know there's coming, a new Masty deck's coming. It's going to be good. I don't know. I just think this is going to be a really good card, and I think it's going to be one of these situations where it's going to turn up and you're going to need it like 2 or 3 of these, or maybe you're going to place it, and then you're going to have like cheapest are on here like 15, 20 quid. And then your alt art's going to be like 60 quid. I think that's going to be the situation we're stuck in. Mel Graham is also having the same thing here. This could be down to me, though, being kind of an idiot and not really thinking about it. I was talking to a lot of my Twitter content creators over here. And what I mean by that is my contemporaries who have now become outside of my sources. At one point I was the dude that they used to come to for ideas and inspirations and be like, yo, dude, what's going on? You got so many natural subscribers. You're a cool dude. And now they're all like thousands of subscribers and left me in the dust and no one loves me anymore. I digress. But yeah, so I was saying like Shine is like really annoying in this meta. It's one of those decks where you can just play it because it's basically not lost anything. Geogramon going to 1, it isn't as big as a hit as a lot of people complain it is. It's only really annoying for those decks that were using it for like Vaccine and Masty stuff where they were trying to find Miris and security. I can understand that being a pain because it's a pain. But this is also starting to spike out of place because, hey, having the abilities not to have be de-digivolved or have DP reduced is fantastic. Going up against Shine, having a War Greymon deck that just says, I'm going to punch you in the back of the head and there's nothing you can do about it for like 5, and then if you try and remove me, you can't. They're going to be really annoyed at the fact that they can't do anything to you, and you just have to just grid at them and be like, yeah, it's a shame that you're playing a deck that its removal is all DP minus reduction based, and my card just says punch you in the back of the head. So yeah, it's what you get, Shine. Stop being a yellow card. It should be just a red card. Start just punching things harder. But yes, this was my sort of answer to the Shine meta. you do find it, to be fair, quite often. But yeah, as you can see, prices are kind of going up and down around here. It does have a pre-release version, but again, you are looking between the 5 and the 6 for the basics, and then you are going up to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10s, although there are quite a few here. This is a recent removal from the marketplace, to be fair. I think this is just because last few, like, the week or so I've been talking about it, and it's like a fairly good deck. The pre-release, on the other hand, though, is also starting to go up, but it has cheaper copies, but you are looking at singles from people rather than playsets. Again, if you want to play with Metal Greymon X Antibody, because it's a very, very good card, and with the more support coming in BT17 that we know about already, I do think that this is something that you should probably look at picking up. There are 2 more cards I want to talk about here, and it's just because of what it is. Miri will always be an expensive card. She's just sort of going down at some point, but she's gone back up again since then because she's an SR Tamer. We also have a secret rare tamer, but that's a different issue we will have. So she's naturally quite expensive. You need to generally play this at 4 of. I like to try and play this at 3 of, but you generally want to play this as a 4 of because it's one of these cards that will just get removed because they can. And then the alt art Akiho. She was ridiculously cheap at one point. I made a market watch about this, like, I can't make it any bigger, in like February or March, or it might be in like April. Like, basically, like, the 3 tamers from that set were just dirt cheap. Pick them up. The red, the blue, and the green. Just pick them up when you could. I never did. My own fault. And yeah, basically they're just off the market because the bird up deck looks absolutely amazing and fantastic. The average price was £9 something, and now the average price here is 23. And then you can't even buy these from these people here, and so, you know, welcome to the UK, people. And then yeah, it's a marketplace, everyone. She's super good in the deck. She's a free cast. It's going to make things go around really quickly. Giving things rush is really good too. So yeah, if you've got some of these in your binders, it's going to be some fantastic trade bait for a little bit longer, at least until BT16 turns up. So if there's some cards that you're keeping your eye on, maybe you should have this at the front of your binders flashing away. I think you can do some pretty good damage to someone else's wallet. Obviously, there is the normal arts and then the pre-release here. For pre-release, so what we're looking here on the normal arts, we're still going around 5 pence, 10 pence. I think you'll be okay for a little bit here. There is 375 on the market, 57, and then there is again, this is still doing pretty good if you do want the pre-release version. So you don't have to worry about the lower end. It's literally just the higher end, but that is down to the bird up deck looking good. But yeah, just thought I'd give you guys a warning. Angewomon and Metal Greymon X Antibody are essentially just disappearing off the marketplace. And yeah, guys, have a fantastic day. Get your stuff where you can before it disappears totally, and we'll catch you guys soon for more just Digimon news. Peace and goodbye. Mwah.